All right. Good evening, everyone. It is our weekly WoW Wellness Team business building call Thursday night. We have a special guest tonight, Kaj Larson from Solex. Comp Plan Guru has taken time out of his evening to be with us tonight because we have questions about comp plan. I love our comp plan, but I can't always answer the questions adequately. So Kaj has volunteered to give time to us this evening so that you can ask these questions and let him give excellent explanations. I think you've been in network marketing, what, 30 some years?
Almost.
Almost.
Almost 30 years. Yeah. On the latter half of the 20-year cycle. I'm 26, 27 years into it. So
So
yeah, so
probably
almost.
know a lot about comp plans.
Yeah, I've seen a few. I've worked on several and I've written a few. So yeah, I like them. They're fun to make, but they're definitely a challenge to get right, and it's certainly a battle in a lot of ways in the process of making them attractive, balanced, and simple enough for everyone to grab hold of them. But in the end, what my intention is always to develop the most fair. There's so many parties involved. There's so many interests involved, and the goal for me is what's the best way to meet all the wide range of interests of people that come into direct sales and try to achieve, whether it's on their own, with as an affiliate, or whether it's building massive organizations. How do you take care of everybody involved? And it's its own beast to try and get that taken care of. But that we did our best, and I'm proud of this one. I think it is different, and in fact, I have some evidence to that, as far as at least within the industry and other experts that work on comp plans, and other. We had this conversation, Sheila, a little while ago, how I talked with a few folks that are well into the industry, and they're just realizing that, wait, maybe our comp plan is a little too complicated. Maybe it's a little challenging. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And I have to say, that's one of the things that I loved about Solex, because God's taken me through several experiences for this time. What I had to learn to be ready for Solex, I'm so grateful, because when I saw this comp plan, I was blown away. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And when I saw my first paycheck, I'm like, how in the world? Now, I've been with some companies where I've made a lot of money, and I was not a network marketer, but it was some shifts that God made in me and some things that were happening. But I made a lot of money up front, and then my upline takes off, and now they're off building another thing, and I'm stuck with downline. I don't know how to support, and the money starts drying up. And I'm like, okay, this is not so much fun anymore. But that happened several times. And I even maybe had some of those kinds of people come with me here, but very quickly we're off to the next shiny thing. And it was like that conversation that we had, I didn't quite grasp everything that you were telling me until some other things I was noticing in my own organization and other comp plans and other companies that I've worked with. And I'm like, okay, this is making more sense now. I don't want that get rich quick and everybody builds a great big thing and somebody else is getting rich off of my building. That was so frustrating, because they used me to make a big business for them to sit back and do nothing while they got all the money. And I'm like, this is not fun either. So that's another thing that I have seen, and I'm not a comp plan guru. I just know what I've experienced. And I know here, I'm going to get paid on my own efforts. And as I help my team, where they're getting paid, and I don't get to go up unless they go up. I love that, because it makes you to be proactive and part of the business. And that's the new shift in network marketing. Is not that salesy, spammy, yucky stuff that people hate about network marketing. This is actually, you are relationship building. You are helping people with the very best. I mean, we've got the very best technology, hands down, but we've also got the best comp plan, and we can help people be proactive in their health, to take more responsibility for their health, to have more control over their health, and now start getting some financial freedom. Because when you don't have money, you don't have choices. And we were not put here to not have choices. So anyway, some other people here have had some different experiences with different comp plans and the way that we've interpreted them. And you're going to be much better at explaining things than I have been, because I'm still learning this. I just know some things, but I can't always explain it. So does anybody want to start out with your questions? Dr. Janine, can you hear me?
Right, you were get a new person going, you're going to be just fine, because that's where you get the maximum out of the compensation plan. 65% on points, okay? 65% on points. With there was a requirement in the liftoff. You have to, the sign up has to have a device and the subscription. Okay, you get them on the device, a mobile, a tablet, or the combo, or the Bluetooth headset, and the subscription, and then you qualify for 65% on all the points in the order. That means that they also decide to buy Seppi Dots or Think and Prime, whatever they put into that initial order, you get 65% on the points there. That's the biggest percentage payout getting, and that's not unusual in the marketplace. There's usually is some sort of kickstart, some sort of liftoff sort of bonus. The second bonus I want to talk about as an overlay, the direct bonus, okay? This is where and I'll get into the strategy really quick as far as how we built this plan. We know that there are two primary drivers for building a network marketing direct sales business. There are two main players in its growth. There is the person who does all the blood, sweat, and tears to introduce this product or this service to somebody new. And then we have the person who's organizing an organization, teaching other people how to go out and do this, building depth and building breadth in as many people as they can find within their organization to go and be successful individually, okay? Those are the two main drivers. If they're biggest shareholders in a comp plan, to me, those are the biggest shareholders. And the question for me in developing this was, how do you take care of both? How do you make sure you're taking care of both people? Because historically, most people will say, well, the person that brings people in, to what Sheila was talking about, those are the backs on which the leader gets to sit on top of the mountain and collect a big fat paycheck and not do very much anymore in order to earn that, right? And then that's always the hope and promise with indirect scales, is that you reach a point where you don't have to do anything. Well, it would be on the backs of others. And so we try to manage that. We try to manage the right behaviors. So direct bonus, where most others, direct bonus is somewhere between, 7, maybe even upwards of 20%, usually in that range, usually pressing down. I've seen lots and lots of 10%, lots of 10%. We're 45%. Okay, 45% on points. Why are we that? We're that because the person whose blood, sweat, and tears went into introducing this to somebody new should get the most out of it, period. Just period. That person deserves the most. They should get the most. When is a direct bonus paid? Well, that's after the liftoff, right? Let's say you brought on somebody new, you introduced them to the scanner, they love it, they want to join, and they buy the device and they set up their subscription. Great, you get the liftoff bonus month 1. Month 2, because you're working with them and helping them, they're understanding the scanner a little bit better. They're learning how to read the reports better. They're learning how to introduce it to others better. Well, that's the direct bonus, right? Because they're on your direct line, your first line. That's 45% on whatever they purchase, whenever they purchase it, 45% on the points. All right, the next bonus, third bonus we're going to talk about, rank advancement bonus. So we have to have ranks. We know, there is the value of recognition is important for those that want to build organizations. Not everybody wants to build organizations, but to those that do, recognition is valuable, and we want to recognize them. And so we have ranks involved. And the structure of the ranks actually is, if you hit the qualifications of the rank, and inside the one pager, you can see the qualifications. I'll just give you the simple example, right? to hit the first rank of bronze, that is 3 QLAs underneath you. Okay. Now I'll give you one other example, just because I was setting up for the leadership retreat today. I just got back to my house from this. They're up there right now. They're in this beautiful mansion of a home. They're having a great time, I'm sure. I hope they don't stay up all night because we got some work to do tomorrow. But those are platinums and above. What does it take to be a platinum? Well, platinum needs 12 directs. But this is where we're really getting into learning how to build an organization. They need to be a platinum, that you need a gold underneath you, right? And so if you hit those qualifications for whatever rank you're going for on the list, and it's fairly easy to read. How many directs do I need? Do I need any ranks underneath me in my directs? And if so, how many of those do I need? And that equals what rank I am. Okay. So like I said, back to bronze. 3 QLAs underneath you that are active, you're a bronze. You hit bronze for 3 months and you get the rank advancement bonus, right? And in this case, for a bronze, the one-time rank advancement bonus is an additional $50. And then as you maintain the rank of bronze, you get the next bonus, which is the monthly rank bonus for the case of bronze, is $25. Okay, so let's actually look at that. How much is a subscription? Anybody know? $149. All right. Do you know how much you earn when you enroll in when you have a new QLA underneath you and they're on a subscription? Do you know what the direct bonus is on that new QLA?
45%, right?
45% on the points. So what that is I'll give you the number. It's $50.40
On the subscription.
on the subscription, right? If they pay for their subscription and stay on the service and keep scanning every month,
Crazy.
because you enrolled, then you're going to get $50.
Pay $50 a month just for Shannon keeping her subscription.
When you do that for 3 people, right? When you're a bronze and you have 3 people, what does that add up to be? Well, about $150, right? Does that cover the cost of your subscription? Yes. But in addition to that, how much did you earn when you broke the rank of bronze? Because you're breaking the rank of bronze, you got an extra $50. And then when you maintain that rank, you get an extra $25. Now, this may seem like small dollar stuff to you and me, but let me tell you that with 3 people, your costs are covered and you're in the black. When you're in the black, when it comes to revenue, when it comes to profitability, you are set, right? You develop into who's going to leave, right? Who's going to leave as a bronze? Well, from our data, nobody leaves when they're bronze. They just don't, because I'm earning enough to cover my expenses. I get the tax benefits. So we haven't even talked about that, and we don't need to talk about that. I love that. I love taxes too. I know I'm crazy, weird person, but I enjoy taxes. I enjoy comp plans. But you're well ahead, to say the least. You're well ahead in starting your personal business in that state. You hit the rank of bronze, it's just a walk in the park. So you want to help everybody else hit the rank of bronze. And thus we get to now the 5th bonus, okay? The 5th bonus, and this is where everybody's always wondering, wait a minute, Kai, but if I'm building an organization, there is not enough money in the rank advancement bonus or the monthly rank bonus for me to work with tens of people, hundreds of people. Where is the money there, right? And so this is the dual interest that we're talking about. We talked about the 45% on points for direct bonuses, right? That's on the people that you bring into the company. But how do the people who build organizations, who train them, who develop, work one-on-one, coach, all of that, how do they get compensated in this deal if so much money is going to the direct bonus, right? Okay, this is not just any pool. I'm going to talk about a pool. This is not just any pool. This is not your grandma's pool, okay? This is not that. This is, well, pool shares at most companies are 2%, 3%. Maybe there's a couple pools when you hit these high ranks, you know, you get to participate in another 2% pool, right? And that's exciting and fun. Okay. Let me tell you, there's risk reward when you want to build a big organization. There always is. But right now, all we've seen is reward. We've just seen reward after reward after reward. I've seen people, half of their paycheck, half of their check is coming from the pool, right? So we're not just paying out 2%, because guess who gets to play in the pool? Everybody from bronze all the way up. There is no minimum rank. It's not platinum and then you get a play, or pearl and then you get a play. It's you hit bronze, from bronze up, you're in the pool. Everybody gets shares, and everybody gets shares basically the same way, but I'll talk about an accelerator in just a second. So what does that mean? Well, the pool is kind of a nebulous idea, right? Let's talk about how we fund the pool. Well, this is where I'm going to talk about my angst for breakage right now. I hate it. I hate breakage. I think it's every company's cheat and steal when they say, hey, we pay out 50%, blah, 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 whatever they're going to say. And I process their compensation plans. And I've seen them claim to pay out 50%, and the actual payout was 29%. And that's because of what's called breakage. We design our plan to have zero breakage, and this is why. And this is how that happens. We pay 42% of the subtotal revenue that comes into the company. Okay? The comp plan is written that 42% gets paid every month. And how does that work? Well, we know we have fixed payments. I talked about the liftoff bonus, right? Which is 65% when you have a phone or when you have a device and a subscription setup. You get 65% on those enrollment points. I talked about the 45% from the ongoing direct bonus, okay? We talked about the rank advancement bonus. We talked about the monthly rank bonus, okay? Those four are fixed payments. What do I mean by fixed? I mean, we don't have a choice. Got to pay them out. There's no way around it. Somebody does the steps to qualify, it gets paid, period, no matter what. Okay, fine. But the way that we've written it is so that there is always overflow, always. Whatever money is left up to 42% of the subtotal fills the pool. And there's always leftover to fill the pool. What does that look like today? Well, the one thing is it can vary. Of course, it can vary. And that's the risk reward. But we've paid up to 20% of that revenue out in the pool so far. Because we don't have a cap. We don't have a percentage cap. We don't say, yeah, everything else up to 42%, but only up to 10%. No, we don't care. It can go to 50%. I don't care. Because it's whatever revenue up to 42% of the subtotal amount that everybody that buys goes into paying out commissions. We pay off the fixed payments first. Everything left over falls into the pool. And then so for funding the pool, anybody have questions on how we're funding the pool? Got it? Okay.
No, I just find it very fascinating that this is the only company I've seen where your very first rank only requires 3 people and you're already getting all 5 pieces of the comp plan. Yes. Blows my mind.
Yes, absolutely. But well, that goes back to the need for fairness. There's not the need for fairness for me is every single person that wants to play in this game gets to play in all parts of the game. There is not a qualifier. There's not a precursor. There's no degree that you have to have in order to play in this game. It is the best thing about network marketing, in my opinion. It is the easiest entry. The biggest challenge is it's also the easiest exit, right? but is the easiest entry to starting your own business. That alone is the precursor. Everybody gets to play the same game, in my opinion. Now, do we have a reward for those who go higher and higher in rank? Yes, we do. And it is part of the pool, but it does not stop a bronze from participating, a silver from participating, gold, platinum, all the way up, right? Everybody else is participating from those very first ranks. Okay. So, well, let's talk about shares. How are shares created? How do you get your share of the pool, right? If the pool is a bigger or smaller pie, right? And it can be a big pie. How do I get my slice of it, right? How do I get my share of the pie? Well, you get your shares by developing your organization. Okay? Who counts in this organization toward your shares? Every active QLA, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, all of them count. Okay? Did you notice that I said active QLA? That's not even the first rank. If they're just here, if they're just happy to be here, and they're a QLA, and they pay their 149, you build your shares off of everybody. So what behavior are we instituting this way? We're saying everybody's important. Everybody needs to be connected to you. Everybody needs to be connected with. Everybody has value. I don't care if they're building an organization or they just love wanting to build an organization. They still have value, and it's still worth your time to say, hey, so-and-so QLA, how you doing today? Everything okay? Yeah, you're learning the reports, whatever it might be. It is worth it because they count. They always have counted. We just need to instill the behavior that they count, and we do that through the compensation plan. So shares earned. What do you earn on all of the QLAs? You get a quarter share. What do you earn on all the bronzes in your downline? All your downline, not just your directs, everybody. Does it stop at level 10? No. Goes all the way to the bottom. Every person counts. All the way to the bottom, your entire organization. Bronze, half a share. Silver, 1 share. Gold, 1.5 shares. Platinum, 2 shares. Okay? You get the idea. You get shares for everybody you're developing, whether it's a QLA or it's a gold, right? You get shares for everybody you're developing. Now, let me talk about a cap. A cap. This one scares leaders that want to be leaders and have risen to leadership, but maybe it's their first time and they're not sure they're going to keep their progress going, right? The idea here is the new, when you have a cap, you're telling the upline leader that you mimic the behavior that you want in the downline. Okay? What you want as an upline leader, you want in the downline leadership as well. Meaning, what is a cap? How does a cap take place? Well, let's say I'm a gold and I have gold and silvers and bronzes and QLAs all in my organization. They're all wonderful. Let's say 2 or 3 levels down, there's somebody who's just amazing, dynamic, and they go from gold to platinum, and I'm still a gold. That's the cap. At that point, we'll look down the organization and say, oh, that rank outranks the higher rank, right? The upline. We won't add shares to the pool from that leg for the time being until that person above you ranks above them or equal to them or above them, right? So behaviorally, you can't write the coattails of some big player down below. You just don't get to. There's no free lunch here. It's you work like everybody else works. And I'll tell you this, if you have somebody in your downline that's having some success, you better start getting them on the phone and talking to them. You got to figure out what they're doing. Have them coach you, right? Learn the process with them. Create the organization together, right? Nobody said the leader leads from the front. Nobody said the leader leads from the top. Leader leads from wherever they have followers, right? And it doesn't matter where we are, we can all be humble enough to be followers when we see great leadership, okay? So we shift to that, okay. So that's a cap. I talked about the cap. So I talked about the pool, how it's funded, how shares are accumulated, and then this cap function, right? To instigate the behavior, no free lunch, right? No free lunch in the pool. All right, let me talk about one more part of the pool. And this is when you start to hit pearl and higher, this higher rank, right? The incentive to go higher is not just to build a bigger organization. There is something required to go from platinum to pearl. There's something required that is not an easy thing, because according to what my observation has been over the last couple of decades, is that what is required to become a pearl will take you all the way to diamond, if you can get to pearl. Because the type of structuring, the type of training that you're building, the type of motivation and support you're giving is the enabling factor to hit pearl. And that's, you can then duplicate that over and over, you will get to diamond. I'm confident. I don't know what time frame, but it will happen. So what we have with that is an accelerator once you hit pearl. I mean, what does an accelerator do? It's just a multiplication tool where, let's say I'm a platinum and I have 1,000 shares in the pool. Okay. Well, when I hit pearl, let's say I still have 1,000 shares, or well, that's not the case, but just bear with me, because my math needs to be easy on this one. Let's say at pearl I had 1,000 shares, but because of the multiplier, I got to take 1,000 times 1.5. 1.5, right? It's a 1.5 times multiplier. So what is that? That's 1,500 shares in the pool, right? Well, what would happen if I hit sapphire with 1,000 shares? Well, it's a 2 times multiplier. It's 2,000 shares. I just doubled my shares. Ruby, 2.5 times. Emerald, 3 times. Diamond, 4 times, right? So there is an incentive for those that want to build big and go big and know how to build huge organizations. Good, go make all your $1 million bucks, okay? Go do it. Wonderful. Happy for you. I want you to do it if that's your thing. But we're balancing this. We're going to always balance this because everybody's going to win, right? Everybody's going to win. There's going to be incentive for the big builders, but there's going to be incentive for everybody from day one to have an opportunity to not just get to break even, but to get past it, start making money, start making this a full-time deal for themselves. So that is the pool and pull accelerator. Now, I usually don't talk about the quiet 6th bonus, but but we have some people doing this like crazy right now. Gentleman that actually earned the highest paycheck in the company ever this last month because he's retailing the 660 band like crazy, like crazy. I don't even know how he's doing it. It's so crazy. But the retail bonus, what's the retail bonus? Well, the retail bonus is when you have a retail customer, they're paying about 25% more than the loyalty price. What's that? What are you talking about, Kai? Well, we have retail customers, we have preferred customers, okay? Retail customers, they don't want an ongoing commitment right now. They don't want a subscription. They don't want an auto ship. They're happy to pay retail 25% more for the single purchase and done with the transaction because they don't want a monthly obligation. No problem. That's not a problem. Retail bonus, that 25% increase in purchase price, who should get that? You should get that. We don't need it. We already figured out our margins. We're good. We're happy with everything after 42% we can manage the company with, right? All the expenses, everything else that goes on, we're good with that. That extra 25% is a retail bonus you earn. Well, Kai, when I earn the retail bonus, do I also get the direct bonus? Because they didn't qualify for the liftoff bonus, right? Because it requires the auto ship. But do I get the direct bonus because they just bought? The answer? Yes. Yes, they get the direct bonus. So wait a minute. I'm getting 45% on points, plus I'm getting 25% of the actual purchase price. Are you kidding me? On the 660 band, just to give you an idea, they're getting half the revenue. Half the revenue coming in. And we still get to feed the pool because we feed the 42% off the subtotal, right? But the points are based on a margin, have a 30% margin built into them. So we're totally still feeding the pool too. So that's the retail bonus. That's number 6 on there. Okay. That's my long-winded overview. So sorry about that, Cheryl. You had a question, and I'm ready to help answer some questions.
Awesome. So I am actually got somebody pretty excited about the 660 band, and I am thrilled with it. I love it, and I know I can sell it. So I've got someone who's come in who wants to know, when they, as a QLA, can you just sell the 660 band with your own subscription, but not buy a device?
Yes. So I think I understand it. Well, let me make sure I understand the question. Can I say, so if are you an active QLA? Let's just ask that first.
Yes.
You're an active QLA, maintaining a monthly subscription, maintaining your 100 points every month.
Correct.
Wonderful. You can sell the 660 band however you like, every day, all day long.
Okay. Now, I do not need to buy a device, though, to
Nope.
just market the 660. As
Nope.
long as I'm a qualifying QLA, and my subscription of 100 to qualify me can it come from buying a 660 on auto ship? Or
Yes.
do I need the subscription for the scanner?
No. You just need 100 points a month to be an active QLA. That's
Perfect.
all you need. To
Perfect.
participate in all the bonuses, you just need the 100 points. That's it. Which bonus do you need no points for?
Retail.
The liftoff bonus.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even need, like, if you don't have the 100 point, you can just do liftoff bonus. You just need your $49 enrollment fee, and you can get your business essentially started for the $49. You don't need to commit to. I mean, not a lot of people do that. Most people understand. I need to understand what I'm trying to sell, right? I need to be able to show it, that kind of stuff. But to that point, we've made the barrier to entry as low as we can make it. We want anybody to be.
I'm just in shock here because, there's a lot of money to be made in this company, and the harder you work, the more you can earn. And when you have products that everybody needs, I'm just happy to be here. Thank you, Sheila.
You are very welcome. And I apologize. I still have not taken time to upgrade my Zoom, so it is going to time us out.
You're gonna jump back on?
We can, yeah.
I'll jump back on for whoever has questions.
Oh, thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and end this now and hop back on if you have questions.
Okay, good.